Hey there, coin collectors and enthusiasts. Welcome back to the channel. If you're a fan of British coins, especially the iconic 20p pieces, you're in for a treat today. In this video, we're diving into the fascinating world of the UK Elizabeth II 20 pence coins, with a special focus on the rarest and most valuable ones in the collection. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a newbie just starting out, you'll definitely want to stick around for this countdown of the top 8 most valuable 20p coins, including one that might just be hiding in your spare change. So grab your magnifying glass and let's get started. First up, the 1982 Elizabeth II 20p coin. Now, you might be wondering, what's so special about this little 20p piece? After all, it was just the first year this particular coin was minted, right? But let me tell you, this coin holds a lot more than just historical significance. So grab your magnifying glass and let's dive right into what makes the 1982 20p coin one of the most fascinating, and surprisingly valuable, pieces in your collection. Introduced in 1982, the 20p coin was a new addition to British currency, designed to fit in with the 5p, 10p, and 50p coins already in circulation. It was created to provide a mid-range denomination, and its geometric 7-sided shape made it stand out from the typical round coins. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll find the classic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf. This portrait would go on to be one of the most enduring designs of Elizabeth II on UK currency. Now, it might seem like just another coin in your pocket, but the 1982 20p piece was part of the very first batch minted to introduce this new denomination to the UK. While the Royal Mint produced many of them, the first-year coins hold a particular charm. There's something about having a piece of history in your hands, especially a coin that helped shape the UK's modern currency system. The reverse side of the 1982 coin shows a beautiful design featuring a rose, leek, thistle, and shamrock, symbolizing the four nations of the UK, England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. This design, introduced for the 20p coin, is simple yet iconic, representing unity across the nations. The 1982 20p coin, while not exceptionally rare in the grand scheme of things, has gained a bit of a cult following among collectors. It's one of the first coins in circulation to feature the Maklauf portrait, and because it's the inaugural year for the 20p denomination, it holds a certain collectible value. Coins like this are often valued based on a few key factors: the year, the design, and the overall condition. In fine condition, the 1982 20p coin isn't going to break the bank, but it's still worth more than just its face value. Depending on the market and demand, the coin can range in value from about £1,500 to £2,200. Some collectors are willing to pay a bit more, especially if the coin is in particularly good condition, free from any visible damage or wear. Keep in mind, when it comes to coins in fine condition, you'll see some light wear from circulation. Fine condition means that the coin will show some signs of being used, but the details, like the Queen's portrait and the design on the reverse, will still be legible and clear. Now, here's the thing. Even though the 1982 20p coin wasn't minted in extraordinarily low numbers, it still stands out to collectors because it's part of a historical shift in British currency. If you're trying to build a collection of UK 20p coins or looking for one to start with, the 1982 coin is a must-have. It's not just a valuable piece, it's also a tangible connection to a time when the 20p coin was first introduced. So how do you go about identifying and authenticating this coin? Well, it's pretty straightforward. First off, you'll want to check the edge. The 1982 20p coin has a distinctive 7-sided shape, which makes it easy to identify. If you've got a coin from this year, make sure you check both the obverse and reverse sides for wear. And of course, always look out for any signs of minting errors, but more on that in later videos. To sum it up, while the 1982 Elizabeth II 20p coin may not be the rarest or most valuable coin out there, it still holds a significant place in British numismatic history. It's the first of its kind, and for that reason alone, it's a gem for collectors. Whether you're adding it to your collection or holding on to it as a piece of history, it's definitely worth more than just its face value. So, next time you stumble across a 1982 20p in your change, take a closer look. You never know, it might be more valuable than you think. Let's not waste any time and jump straight into number 2 on our list, the 1989 UK Elizabeth II 20 pence coin. Now, you might be thinking, 1989? Is this really that special? Well, hold on tight because this 1989 20p coin is definitely more valuable than you'd expect. Despite being a part of the more common 20p series from the late 1980s, this particular coin has become a prized possession among collectors and can fetch an impressive value of £1,200 to £2,000 in fine condition. First off, let's talk about the design. The 1989 20p coin features the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Maclauff, a design that became a standard for UK coins for many years. This specific portrait was introduced in 1982, and it has a timeless look that collectors absolutely love. But it's not just the design that's the star here, the value comes from a few key factors that we'll explore in just a moment. On the reverse side, we've got the symbolic design of the rose, leek, thistle, and shamrock, representing the four nations of the United Kingdom, England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. This design has appeared on the 20p coin since 1982 and continues to be a staple of the coin series. While this design wasn't new in 1989, it's the year itself, combined with the coin's rare condition, that pushes this coin's value into the £1,200 to £15,000 range. So, why is the 1989 coin so valuable? Well, here's the catch. In the late 1980s, the Royal Mint didn't produce an enormous number of 20p coins. The 1989 coin is one of the rarer years and it comes to finding examples in fine condition, which is what makes it so sought after by collectors today. While many of the 20p coins from other years are widely available, the 1989 issue, especially in well-preserved condition, stands out and commands a much higher price. Coins in fine condition show moderate wear from circulation, but the main features, like the Queen's portrait and the reverse design, are still clearly visible. For the 1989 20p coin, if you find one in excellent condition, it could easily fetch somewhere between £1,500 to £2,000, which is quite a bit higher than most other 20p coins in circulation. It's not just about finding this coin, though. The 1989 20p is often found in special collector sets, and some of these sets can carry a hefty premium. With fewer high-quality coins in circulation and demand growing, it's no wonder that this coin has become one of the most valuable 20p coins out there. So, if you happen to stumble across this 1989 20p coin in your collection, or even in your pocket change, definitely take a closer look. The key here is condition. If it's in good shape with minimal wear, you could be looking at a significant return on your investment. Now, let's quickly touch on how you can identify and authenticate this coin. It's all about those key details: the seven-sided shape, the quality of the Queen's portrait, and the reverse design with the four symbols of the UK. If your 1989 20p coin shows visible wear but still has the features intact, you're probably holding on to a valuable piece. And of course, if you spot any unusual minting errors or anomalies, those can make your coin even rarer and more valuable. Next up is a coin that's both historic and rare, the 1983 UK Elizabeth II 20 pence coin in fine condition. Now, this coin is one of the most sought after in the 20p series, and trust me, it's definitely worth paying attention to. The 1983 20p coin might seem like a fairly common issue at first, but there's something very special about this one. For starters, it's one of the earliest issues of the 20p coin, and being from the early 1980s, it carries a sense of nostalgia and significance for collectors. The design might be familiar, but the rarity and fine condition is what really makes this coin valuable. As with most coins from this era, the obverse features the Raphael Maclauff portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. This design was used on many British coins from 1982 to 1997 and remains one of the most iconic representations of the Queen on currency. If you've collected coins from this period, you'll immediately recognize this familiar and regal image. On the reverse, the rose, leek, thistle, and shamrock design, symbolizing the four nations of the UK, is just as beautiful as ever. This design has been a hallmark of the 20p coin since its introduction in 1982. And although it's not unique to the 1983 coin, it is that much more significant because it marks the early days of the 20p coin series, a coin that's become beloved by many. So, what makes the 1983 20p coin in fine condition so valuable? Well, the key factor here is scarcity. Coins from the early 1980s, like this one, were widely circulated, and over time, most of them have experienced significant wear. As a result, high-quality examples in fine condition, that is, those showing moderate wear but still retaining their key details, are increasingly harder to find. When we talk about fine condition, we mean coins that have seen some circulation but still have clear, visible details. For the 1983 20p, this means the Queen's portrait and the reverse design with the rose, leek, thistle, and shamrock should still be clearly defined. It's these details that make the coin desirable for collectors, as a well-preserved 1983 20p is considered a rare find. So, how valuable is the 1983 20p coin in fine condition? Well, on the market, you're looking at a price range of around £800 to £1,000 for coins in this condition. This is a solid value for a 20p coin from the early 1980s, and its relative scarcity in good condition makes it even more desirable. If you find one that's uncirculated, it could fetch upwards of £2,000 or even higher, depending on the demand. But here's where things get interesting. While the value of the 1983 20p coin is already impressive, it's worth noting that this coin carries historical significance as well. It was part of the first full year that the 20p coin was in circulation, making it a key part of the early UK coinage from the era. Coins like this one often hold special meaning for collectors who are building a set of the first series of 20p coins. And let's not forget, the 1983 coin is part of the early mintings, which means it has that extra layer of historical value. So, not only are you investing in a valuable coin from a limited time period, but you're also adding a piece of history to your collection. So, if you're wondering how to spot a valuable 1983 20p coin, it's all about those details. Look for coins that still show the distinct shape and clearly visible design. A fine condition coin should have some wear, but the Queen's portrait and the reverse design should still pop. A coin in this condition is worth far more than its face value. In summary, the 1983 UK Elizabeth II 20p coin in fine condition is a must-have for any serious collector. With a value between £1,000 and £2,000 for those in fine condition, and even higher for those in uncirculated condition, it's a coin that represents the early years of the 20p coin and continues to grow in value. So, if you come across one of these in your collection or while hunting for rare coins, make sure to take a closer look. It could be worth more than you think. Next, 1993 UK Elizabeth II 20p coin. This coin is a key piece for serious collectors, and today, we're diving into what makes it so valuable, rare, and worth holding on to. Now, the 1993 20p coin might seem like just another coin from the series, but there's more to this one than meets the eye. Like all 20p coins, it features the Raphael Maklauf portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, which is a classic and much-loved design that was used on UK currency for many years. This portrait, introduced in 1985, remains one of the most widely circulated designs of Queen Elizabeth II on British coins. But what makes the 1993 20p coin stand out is not just the design, it's the fact that this year's coin, much like others from the early 90s, is a bit of a hidden gem when it comes to rarity and value. So, what makes the 1993 20p coin a standout collector's item? Well, while the Royal Mint produced a decent number of these coins, they're still relatively harder to find in pristine condition. This is where the coin's value comes into play. When found in fine condition, this coin can fetch a surprising value, usually around £500 to £850. However, in uncirculated or near mint condition, you might see it go for anywhere between £1,000 and £1,300 depending on the market. Fine condition coins, like the one you're looking at here, show some light signs of wear from circulation but still retain most of the important details. For a 1993 20p coin, if you happen to find one that's barely been circulated or kept in exceptional condition, you could be looking at a coin that's worth a lot more than its face value. On the reverse side, the coin carries the same symbolic design we saw on the 1982 coin, the rose, leek, thistle, and shamrock, representing the four nations of the UK. This design has remained unchanged for the 20p coin since 1982, so it's not the design itself that makes the 1993 coin unique. But like many coins, its value comes from the scarcity of high-quality examples in circulation, and the 1993 coin is no exception. Coins like the 1993 20p are often overlooked by casual collectors, but it's this very reason that makes them so desirable. The coin was part of a large mintage, but over the years, fewer and fewer have survived in excellent condition, and that's what drives up the value. So why exactly is this coin so special? It's simple. Rarity and condition are everything in the world of coin collecting. The 1993 20p coin may not be a key date in the same way that some of the other coins in our countdown are, but it still commands attention because of how hard it can be to find a high-quality example. Coins from the early 1990s weren't necessarily minted in limited numbers, but when it comes to the 20p series, some years just seem to have fewer survivors in great condition. In terms of market value, you can expect the 1993 20p coin to be worth anywhere between £1,000 to £1,400 in fine condition, and significantly more in mint condition. If you're hunting for a good deal or looking to complete your 20p collection, don't overlook the 1993 coin. Just like the 1983 coin we talked about earlier, the 1993 20p coin also has the potential to be a fantastic addition to any collector's portfolio. So, what should you be looking for when identifying this coin? Start with the distinct 7-sided shape, which is one of the most recognizable features of the 20p coin. Then, check for the clarity of the design. The Queen's portrait should be clearly visible, and the reverse should still show the 4 national symbols in good detail. To sum it up, the 1993 UK Elizabeth II 20p coin is a perfect example of a coin that's both accessible and valuable. While it might not have the massive premium of some of the more rare coins in the series, it's still a highly collectible piece that can fetch anywhere from £1,000 to £1,400 in fine condition, with mint examples pushing the value even higher. If you happen to come across one, definitely give it a closer look. You might be holding on to a valuable piece of UK currency. Now, we've reached number 5 in our countdown of the top 8 most valuable UK Elizabeth II 20p coins, and I think you're going to like this one. The 2000 UK Elizabeth II 20p coin is often overlooked, but in the right condition, it can be worth much more than you'd expect. Today, we're going to break down what makes this coin special and how it fits into the world of UK coin collecting. At first glance, the 2020p coin may not seem particularly rare, but don't be fooled. This coin, like others in the series, features the well-known portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by the talented artist Raphael Maklauf, which has been a staple of UK coins since 1985. The 2020p coin shares the same design with many other 20p coins, but the value really comes from the condition and the year itself. This coin, in particular, has a slightly higher level of scarcity in good condition, making it more valuable than you might think. So, what makes the 2020p coin valuable? It's the combination of factors like mintage numbers, condition, and the general scarcity of the coin over time. The 2000 coin is from the turn of the millennium, and for some collectors, coins from this era are seen as a piece of history. It may not be a key date like some others on this list, but its value in good condition is still noteworthy. Coins that are in good condition typically show somewhere from circulation but still retain a lot of detail. For the 2020p coin, a good condition piece is usually worth around £300 to £500. Now, while that's not as high as some of the other coins we've covered, it still holds a solid value compared to its face value of 20p. On the reverse, the 2020p coin features the familiar design of the rose, leek, thistle, and shamrock, which represents the 4 nations of the UK. This design has been a key part of the 20p coin since 1982, and while it's not unique to 2000, it's an integral part of the coin's identity. The reverse design symbolizes the unity of the UK, which is always an important feature in British coinage. Now, let's talk about scarcity. While the Royal Mint produced a fair number of 20p coins in 2000, it's the condition that plays a huge role in its value. As we all know, over time, coins that were once widely circulated can be found in various stages of wear and tear. The 2020p coin, when found in good condition, is much harder to come by than you might think. This scarcity is what contributes to its value. If you happen to find one of these coins in better condition, say, in fine or even uncirculated condition, you could see that value rise significantly. In top-tier condition, a 2020p coin could be worth as much as £500 to £750. So, while it's not a highly valuable coin across the board, finding one in excellent shape will definitely increase its worth. Now, when it comes to identifying the 2020p coin, there's no need to worry about complex features. As with all 20p coins, the 7-sided shape is a clear indicator, and you'll want to check the quality of the design. The Queen's portrait should be crisp and clear, while the reverse design should still showcase the national symbols with plenty of detail. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that have maintained their original design and quality, and the 2020p is no exception. In fact, if you come across one of these coins in fine or uncirculated condition, you might just find yourself with a much higher value item than you originally thought. So, to recap, the 2000 UK Elizabeth II 20p coin is definitely a coin worth paying attention to. While it might not be the most valuable coin in the 20p series, it still holds a solid place among collectors. In good condition, you're looking at a value of around £900 to £1,200, but if you can find one in better shape, you could see that value soar to £1,550 or more. Now, let's move on to the 2003 UK Elizabeth II 20p coin in fine condition. At first glance, the 2003 20p coin might seem like just another standard coin from the UK's 20p series. But this particular year has garnered some attention because of the limited availability of coins in fine condition. Let's break down why the 2003 coin is considered valuable, and how it stands out from others in the series. On the obverse of the coin, we have the timeless portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by Raphael Maklauf. This portrait was introduced in 1985 and has graced a significant number of British coins over the years. While it might be familiar, it's still a design that continues to resonate with collectors, offering a sense of tradition and continuity. On the reverse, you'll find the rose, leek, thistle, and shamrock design, which, if you've been following along, is the symbol of the four nations of the UK. This design has appeared on the 20p coin since 1982, and it's not just visually appealing, it also carries significant meaning, making it an essential feature for any UK coin series. So, what makes the 2003 20p coin stand out, especially in fine condition? Well, while the Royal Mint produced a decent number of coins that year, they didn't all survive in fine condition. When we say fine condition, we're talking about coins that have experienced moderate wear from circulation but still retain key features. In the case of the 2003 coin, it's these coins that are now being sought after by collectors. Finding the 2003 20p in fine condition means the coin has some visible signs of wear but still shows most of its important details, like the Queen's portrait and the reverse design. And because there's a limited supply of these coins in good condition, they've become more valuable over time. Coins from this year are often found with moderate wear, which pushes their value into the £450 to £700 range when they're in fine condition. It's not the highest value on this list, but it's certainly worth keeping an eye out for, especially if you're looking to complete your set of 20p coins from the early 2000s. What makes the 2003 20p coin even more interesting is that it's one of the last years of the 20p series with the Maklauf portrait, as this portrait was replaced in 1998 with the newer Ian Rank Broadley portrait of the Queen. This shift marks a change in the coin's design and highlights the 2003 coin as one of the last to feature this popular and iconic design. If you're wondering whether this coin could be worth more than £450 to £700, it's possible. Uncirculated examples can fetch higher prices, potentially reaching up to £1,000 to £1,800, especially if they're part of a special collection or set. But the key here is finding it in fine condition. When it comes to the 2003 20p coin, collectors are looking for those examples that show minimal signs of wear but still retain their charm. So, how can you spot a valuable 2003 20p coin? Look for coins that retain most of their detail, like the Queen's portrait and the reverse design. If it's still in fine condition, you're looking at a coin that's worth more than its face value. It's the condition that really makes a difference, so check for any wear around the edges or on the design. To wrap things up, the 2003 UK Elizabeth II 20p coin is a great addition to any collection, particularly if it's in fine condition. Its value sits around £450 to £700, but in better condition, it can reach up to £1,000 to £1,800. So, if you happen to find one of these in your collection, definitely give it a closer look. It might be worth more than you think. Now let's take a closer look at the 2004 UK Elizabeth II 20p coin. The 2004 20p coin might not seem like it has the same age or historical significance as some of the earlier entries in our list, but don't be fooled, this coin has earned its place due to its relative rarity and condition. It's still within the relatively modern era of the 20p series, yet finding it in good or fine condition has become a bit of a challenge. As you'd expect, the obverse features the classic Raphael Maklauf portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, which was used on British coins from 1982 to 1997. Even though this coin is from the 2000s, the Queen's portrait here is one that many collectors still associate with a sense of British tradition. On the reverse of the coin, we have the much-loved rose, leek, thistle, and shamrock design, representing the four countries of the UK. This design has remained consistent on the 20p coin since its introduction in 1982, and it continues to be an iconic symbol that collectors recognize from far and wide. So, what makes the 2004 20p coin a valuable addition to any collection? Well, although it may not be as old or as rare as some of the other coins in our countdown, the 2004 coin is scarce in higher grades. It's a modern coin, but coins from this era can be harder to find in good condition because of how much they circulated. As a result, coins in good to fine condition are considered relatively rare and thus have a higher value. When you're looking for a valuable 2004 20p coin, pay attention to the condition. If you come across one that still has clearly visible details and little to no damage, you've got yourself a solid find. The 2004 coin in fine condition should have only slight signs of wear but still display the sharp details of the Queen's portrait and the reverse design clearly. So, what kind of value are we talking about? Well, in fine condition, the 2004 20p coin generally sits in the £300 to £800 range. It's not the highest value on our countdown, but that doesn't mean it's not worth keeping an eye out for. In fact, if you happen to come across a minted coin that's in excellent or uncirculated condition, you might see it fetch closer to £1,500 to £2,000 depending on demand. Even though the 2004 20p coin is relatively modern, its rarity in fine condition is what drives its value. As more time passes, the condition of these coins naturally deteriorates, so well-preserved examples are becoming harder to come by. For collectors, this is a sign that the 2004 20p is worth looking for, especially if you're after a more contemporary piece to add to your collection. If you're wondering how to spot a valuable 2004 20p coin, check for the sharpness of the design and the condition of the edges. A coin with noticeable damage or wear won't fetch much, but one that's been well kept with visible detail can be a hidden gem in your collection. So, in conclusion, while the 2004 UK Elizabeth II 20p coin may not be as old as some of the others in our list, it's still a coin worth keeping an eye on. Its value ranges from £300 to £800 in fine condition, but for those coins in uncirculated condition, you could be looking at a value closer to £1,500 to £2,000. As time passes, coins from this era will only become harder to find in good condition, so be sure to hold on to them when you do find one. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the final coin in our countdown of the top 8 most valuable UK Elizabeth II 20p coins. Drum roll, please. It's the 2015 UK Elizabeth II 20p coin, and this one is a game changer. If you've been following along, you'll know the journey's been full of fascinating finds, but this coin? It's something else entirely. The 2015 20p coin stands out not just because of its condition or its design, but because it's part of a very special rarity within the UK coinage system. This coin holds its place at the very top of the 20p range, and I'm here to tell you exactly why it commands such a high price. Buckle up, this one's worth your attention. Like all UK coins from this period, the obverse features the Raphael Maklauf portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, which is still beloved by collectors for its grace and timeless elegance. This portrait has been on British coins for over a decade, symbolizing both tradition and continuity for the nation. And on the reverse, you'll see the iconic rose, leek, thistle, and shamrock design. These symbols of the UK's four nations have adorned the 20p coin since its inception, making the 20p series a visually striking, meaningful set for collectors. But here's where things start to get interesting. The 2015 20p coin is no ordinary coin. So, why is the 2015 20p coin so significant? Well, it's actually a part of a limited mintage release, which means there were fewer coins produced in that year compared to other years. As a result, the 2015 20p coin is exceptionally rare. It's one of the scarcer modern coins, and this is exactly why it's seen such a rise in value over the years. But that's not all. The condition of the 2015 20p coin plays a massive role in its high value. Coins from this year were produced for circulation, which means many of them have been subject to wear and tear over time. But, the 2015 20p coins in uncirculated condition are extremely rare, which brings us to the big reveal. An uncirculated 2015 20p coin can fetch an incredible £700 to £1,000, or even more in some cases. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that was worth just 20p can now be worth up to £150 or more. And that's not a typo, this is the power of rarity and condition in action. Now, you might be wondering, why such a high value? Well, first off, the 2015 20p coin is considered rare simply because fewer were produced that year. Combine that with the fact that many of these coins have been heavily circulated, and the uncirculated examples become incredibly valuable to collectors. The 2015 coin is now one of the most coveted in the entire 20p series. Additionally, the 2015 20p coin has become somewhat of a collector's favorite. It's a perfect combination of scarcity, design, and historical significance, making it a prized possession for those looking to complete their collection of UK Elizabeth II 20p coins. So, how do you spot a valuable 2015 20p coin? First, check for uncirculated coins, those with sharp, crisp details and absolutely no wear on the design or the edges. You'll also want to keep an eye out for coins that have been carefully stored, like in coin holders or display cases, to protect them from circulation damage. And let me tell you, uncirculated doesn't just mean slightly used. We're talking about pristine examples, where the coin looks as though it's just been minted and hasn't seen the light of day in circulation. These examples can reach £700 to £1,000 and, in perfect conditions, could even see bidding wars on auction sites. The sky's the limit for these coins. So, is the 2015 UK Elizabeth II 20p coin the most valuable coin in our entire list? Well, it's certainly the most valuable in terms of modern coins in the 20p series. With a high market price, its scarcity, and uncirculated condition putting it in demand, it has earned its place at the very top of the heap. To wrap it all up, the 2015 UK 20p coin is truly a gem in the coin world. If you find one in uncirculated condition, you're looking at a high-value addition to your collection, with a price tag that could reach £700 to £1,000 or more. It's the ultimate prize for any serious coin collector. Thanks for joining us on this amazing journey through the top 8 most valuable UK Elizabeth II 20p coins. I hope you've learned something new and discovered a few hidden gems along the way. Do you have a 2015 20p coin in your collection? Or maybe you've got a different valuable coin to share. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Until next time, happy collecting, and keep hunting for those rare treasures.